Yesterday I showed you how to build a waitlist application, and we used Next.js and we deployed it on Vercel. We connected a domain name and then we integrated with a database. Today I'll show you how to add authentication and then connect to an email sending service. First we're going to handle authentication, and Clerk is one of the better service providers that I like. Once you're signed in, go to the dashboard. If you don't have an app, it's probably going to prompt you to create an app, but you can click it right here, then add your application name. For sign-in options, I usually just stick with email and Google. Click create application. If you're using Next.js, click Next.js and then copy prompt. This is a large language model prompt that you can use in applications like Cursor or Windsurf. We're going to paste that in and hit enter and just let it run. Okay, it has a sign in and sign up button. Let's click sign up. We'll sign in with Google, and awesome, we have a user button right here. When you're ready to deploy to production, go over here and click create production instance and just accept the default, and you'll enter in your domain name. So to finalize the setup with Clerk, we have to set up our social connection credentials, and that's because we have sign in with Google. And then we also have to connect the domain name. Let's do the domain name first. If you click configure, we basically just have to add all these different records, a bunch of CNAME records. So just go to your hosting provider for your domain name. Mine is Namecheap. So in Namecheap, go over to advanced DNS settings and then add a new record. We're going to add a bunch of CNAME records. All right, that's the last one. While we wait for that, we'll finalize the setup for sign in with Google. Look up Google Cloud Platform and look up for the Google Cloud Console. In the services, go over to API and services and credentials. And we're going to set up an OAuth 2.0 client ID. Click the create credential button and OAuth client ID. Then for application, we're more than likely going to create a web application, but if you're creating a mobile application, then choose that. Go down to authorize redirect URLs. Go back to the finalized setup and click configure on the setup social connection credentials. Click the Google social provider, find the authorized redirect URI and copy that. Now go back to Google and paste that in here and click create. Now we have a client ID and a client secret. Store that someplace safe and copy those into Clerk. Now we click update. If we go back to overview and we see the finalized setup, we're done with the social connection setup. We still see we have 2 out of 3 complete for the connection domain. Let's try verifying the configuration, and we have everything verified, and we'll see what's still setting up, and that's because the SSL certificates are almost done. In the sidebar, go down to API keys, and we can see the key with the PK live is our production key. So we'll copy those. We'll go to Vercel where we have our application hosted. We'll go to our project, go to settings, go to environment variables, and paste in your credentials. Click save. Now going back to Clerk, it looks like our application is successfully configured. Let's push our changes and see if it actually worked. If we go over to deployments, we can see that a deployment is rolling out and our app is ready. We see the sign in and sign up buttons. We'll sign in with Google and we'll sign in, and sweet, it works. And that's how to set up Clerk in like 5 minutes. This video is already pretty long, so I'll save setting up an email sending service tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If you guys like this type of video, then save it or send it. It really helps tell the algorithm to send it to more people, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for setting up more stuff for the app.